Great morning, everybody. Hey, this is Bishop Joyce walking the Word of God with you on this very wonderful Friday morning. Well, Psalms 118 tells us in verse 22, it says, the stone that the builders rejected has now become the cornerstone. Do you not know that the very thing that the builders was trying to do, and that's just a parable we were talking about, how they tried to reject Jesus, how they tried to come against Jesus, how they talked about Jesus, how they went against Jesus. But the very thing, you better watch yourself when you try to come against the very person who's going to have to save you, who will have to deliver you, who have to lay hands on you and bring you back to life, who's going to have to do all these things. But the very thing that the builders tried to do against Jesus, he is going to be the one who's going to save their children, who's going to have to lay hands on the person who's going to bring them back to life, who's going to have to deliver them out of the craziness that we are in. This is the very thing. And so we have to be careful when we try to come against the very people in our lives, because they're going to be the one who's going to have to help us out of all these same things that we're doing. And so the very people that you reject out of your life, we are going to be the ones who have to help us to come through a lot of times. And so when people reject you, but God has already confirmed you in the things in your life. So yes, the people that may reject you, men may reject you, but when God has already confirmed you in your life, it doesn't really matter what man do. And that's how Jesus was so very successful in all his 33 years in his life, because God had already confirmed him to do what he was doing. And so no matter what man had tried to do, because these builders had came against him, but he became the cornerstone for all of us. And so this is what this passage is talking about. The very builders rejected him, but he became the cornerstone, and he sat there, and because he built us up in our lives. And so the very thing that people try to reject you, to try to get away from you, to try to talk about you, but guess what? We standing still, and we're going to have to be the one to hold people up in our lives. And so God bless everybody on the very day. Be that cornerstone in somebody's life, because we may be rejected, but man can't do anything about it, because God has already confirmed us in our life. God bless everybody on this very Friday, and just let people know, hey, I'm a cornerstone, because God had already confirmed us in our life. So God bless everybody on today. This is Bishop Joyce walking in the Word of God. God bless.